This is the Pete and Sebastian Show with Pete Correale and Sebastian Maniscalco.
Pete and Sebastian Show. We're back. I'm Pete Correale. Of course, we got Mr. Sebastian Maniscalco. How's it going, my man?
Well, I touched on this right before the cast. I didn't know if I wanted to get into it, but you said you had something to add.
I feel like a lot of men would relate to this with especially with daughters and moms, you know?
So I got a 5-year-old, I got a 3-year-old, right? And generally speaking, I'm trying to figure out what activities I like to do with my family that brings me enjoyment. All right?
Right.
I like kind of mundane things. For example, I love taking my kids to the grocery store, putting them in the cart, and we're bouncing around the grocery store, feeling pears, strawberries, what's this, what's that, look at the fish eyeball, the whole thing.
It's great. Make it fun.
Yeah. I like times in the car, just going for a ride, bouncing around. Right?
Right.
What I am having trouble doing is Lana loves arts and crafts, right? She's an artist. She grew up with an art room where they went in there and they made whatever the fuck they made, right?
See, you grew up like me, right? An art room, that just meant clear the kitchen table, put some newspaper down, we're going to color for a fucking half hour, you know? Art room. We didn't need no art room where I grew up.
They had a room specifically for art projects.
Sure. Yeah, no, I hear you. I can't tell you how many times I wanted to paint. I had no room, bro. I was furious.
And on top of that, Lana comes from a family where if there was an art project at school, her mom got involved and they all
Right.
They all got together and they made whatever they were gonna make for the school project. I got an art project and my mom's like, let me call my cousin to see if we could borrow whatever they made. You know what I'm saying?
I think you got an uncle that's an architect. We can get these certain markers, right? Right? Lana's making shit with the school calls and goes, listen, your daughter's not coming home with this because if you don't mind, we're gonna auction it if you don't mind. Yeah, but someone like your wife though, you're a young age. She probably went to draw something, and the family looked at it and said, "We're gonna need an art room." You're either born with that talent or you're not. Your wife had it, so you make an art room. You, me, right away. I can't draw shit. My daughter gets a satisfactory in art, and I'm like, that's it. Walk away. You suck.
Yeah. Well, here's the issue.
Yeah.
When it's art time or whatever activity that involves playing, whether it be Legos, whether it be whatever the toy is, I find myself sitting down going, when's this gonna be over?
Bro. You're getting there, though. You're getting there because they're getting older, but it's insane, right? I mean, the other day, Sadie did good in class on something, and she goes, can we play a board game tonight? And Jackie goes, yeah, we can. And I go, no, I don't want to. That's literally what I said. Fucking kid got an A on a math, and I don't want to play a goddamn game. It's painful.
That's another thing. I don't like, let's bring out Chutes and Ladders. I don't want to Chutes and Ladders, man.
Right. Then they roll the dice go all over. Here we go. What are we doing with this shit, man? That's why I had two of you play with each other. Why am I here? Right?
Well, you bring up a good point here. And I'm bringing this up because I'm like, is it a male thing? Because from what I'm looking at, it seems like mothers are a lot more patient and enduring when it comes to taking time to quote unquote play. And I look at fathers are going, I don't want to glue macaroni to a piece of
Right.
Unless it's going to make us money, you know?
I mean, driving around the supermarket with the kids in the car ain't making money either.
No.
But I hear what you're saying. You're out there. Listen, do you feel when Lana's doing an art project with the kids, do you feel that you could easily start an activity that would make them both hop out of the art stool and like want to come over and do whatever you got going?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm lacking.
They're locked in.
They love it. I'm not saying them. I'm saying me. Like, I ain't like jumping and chomping at the bit to like put a smock on and start throwing paint on a canvas, right?
I hear you, but like Sadie and Jackie do a lot of art projects at the table. It's usually make a special card, or over Christmas they were putting stuff, rice in a sock to make these things. And I'll be in the office, and it always ends up with Jackie yelling, you're not doing it right, you're not paying attention. And like recently they were doing some, I think it might have been Easter stuff, and I go out there and I go, Jack, she's not into this shit. She's not into it like you, and every time you make it, everybody knows she didn't make it because it's fucking really good. So it's like, what are you doing? Either you make it, or, you know, you're going to get a half-involved kid. And by the way, Shady will be doing something, and then like, I'll be on the side with the dog. All I got to do, like, I'll start to chase the dog, and the dog runs away. No, Sadie hops right off the kitchen counter, and Jackie's like, and comes to play with the dog. And Jackie's like, you know, you interrupt. I go, she's not into this shit. But your kids are, bro. They got that line of blood.
I'm all for them being into it. My question is,
right. That's a mom thing, bro. Let it be a mom thing.
Okay, here's another thing. Give me a take on this. Lana makes this this birthday cake for Serafina every year, and you cut it open, and it overflows with like sprinkles, right?
We saw that. We stole that. I love that.
Yeah. Okay. So, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago, Cruz was like, Daddy, I want you to make me that cake. He wants me to make him that cake. I said, okay, I'll make you the cake. Okay, well, his birthday's today.
All right.
Yes.
The fuck? Okay. You say.
Yesterday came around, right?
Yeah.
I don't feel like making a fucking cake, right?
Of course not. When's his birthday? Today?
Yeah. So I told Lana.
Awesome.
I go, she goes, you gonna make the cake? I go, make the cake. He'll fucking buy the cake. She goes, no, he wants you to make it. I go, he's 3. Right. I just tell him I made it while he was at school.
Bro, I don't even know why you can't just tell him Daddy don't make sprinkle cakes. I don't do that, son. I'm sorry, you know? It's not going to be the first time I'm going to be letting you down. So, you know, ask your mother. She's right there. That's her thing. You want to kick a soccer ball? I'm right here for you. You want a fucking sprinkle cake? Talk to mommy. Guy, what are you doing? You got to get out of L.A. You got to get out of there. You're getting soft up. You're even contemplating. You're feeling guilt because you didn't make a cake full of sprinkles?
It's my wife last night. She's like, all right, I'll make the cake together. I'm like, oh, God. You know, we're going to get... You know, we got the. Listen, I'm not a patient man, bro. You know, you got kids like mixing stuff, and there's shit flying everywhere. I start getting hot. And I did a sidestep. I did a sidestep out of the cake making, and I started making dinner for the kids. You know, I figure, let me go over to the stove, start making a little pasta and a little sauce, and get them going for dinner, and let Lana do the cake. So we did the layers last night, and then Lana this morning is like, "Are you gonna finish the cake?" I go, "I don't. What the fuck? I don't know how to do it."
Reed, I'm not saying to you. I'm saying you. Meanwhile, I guarantee your wife is on a phone with a friend going, he thinks he's getting out of fucking cake. I ain't making this cake without him. Right now, he's down there. I swear, I'll wait till 8:30 tonight. I am not making.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I know what you want to say. You want to say, can you make the cake and just say, Daddy made the cake? I mean, can you do that for me? Come on. That's. Oh man, that's. So where are we at with the cake now? Is she waiting for you to do the sprinkles after the cast?
Cake's made. She did the cake.
Now the thing is, did you tell Caruso yet that you made the cake?
Well, he was with us making the cake yesterday, and now today, while he's at school. Oh, there's another thing I gotta get into with the school.
Oh, you were making it with your boy. I didn't know that. I thought he was at school and he was gonna come home.
We were making it with him, and then we finished it off while he's at school today, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
I'm gonna throw another curveball at you. Today's the last day of school. My kids in
awesome. For them, man. I'm happy for the kids. That's all. I know it's like hell for us, but I get it.
Last day of school. He's in what they call a toddler program, which is basically finger paints, playing with sand, right?
All right.
Seraphina's in preschool, going to go to kindergarten. Okay. So Lana's like, oh, it's their last day of school. And she's been like building up the last day of school, right? And she's getting like sentimental about it. And the last day of school, and I'm going,
right.
They're going back next week for summer camp.
Right. You're like, it's called what it is. Last day of upscale daycare. Right? It's not like they're throwing the books in the garbage can on the way out, right, bro? I mean, come on. Yeah. It starts with pre-K. I'll give you pre-K.
There's no hats going up in the air with a tassel. They're not going to college. Yeah. He's moving from the sand. He's moving from sand to a small chair. I mean,
oh God, I know. Unbelievable. That's Lana, though. That's Lana. When they graduate college, you guys are going to jet to Paris and toast.
I know, but I'm just saying. I told her in the car. I go, I don't mean to be insensitive, but I don't know what the whole hoopla is about. I go, they're starting summer camp Monday at the same school. She's like, well, no, it's the last time he's going to be in this classroom. Last time with the teachers. He's had a mask on the whole time. How much do they know him,
Right. He's not even going to remember being in this place. I took Sadie to Disney World. I'm like, remember this, remember that? And she's like, not really. Something about a monorail. I'm like, holy shit. Fucking $5,000 and you're going something about a monorail? So I mean, what with Lana, I mean, it's too, you got to put your foot down, especially because like you said, back there Monday. They don't even know. They're going to think that your mom got a date confused, like, oh, how embarrassing. Mom thought it was over and then it's still going Monday,
Oh, what?
God. So what are they going back for anyway? What is that about? What is the difference?
There's nothing. It's school in the summer.
There's no learning now when they go back. Now it's just fun, right?
It's school in the summer. It's it's a place to go. They make arts and crafts and
right. See some friends for a few hours.
That's all it is.
Right.
So
that's great. That's good.
The whole dilemma for me is trying to find activities that I could participate in that I'm not bored out of my skull, 5 minutes into the damn thing.
Yeah, I know. Well, there's also, as this cast goes on through the years, you see, in a good way, I'm the same way with my dad. But, in a lot of ways, you got your dad in different clothes, you know what I'm saying? So you start to remember things and go, oh, right, my dad didn't like doing that either.
Oh,
The
God.
beauty of it is, I don't know if you have it anymore, but as far as the two angels you got now, they get older, and pretty soon, like Sadie's sliding into right now, just being like a bud. I mean, still my daughter, but
Yeah.
bringing way more to the table as they get older. So you're almost done with that aspect of it.
Yeah,
but,
no, I got to get out of this Lego stage, bro. I didn't like doing Legos when I was a boy.
Oh,
And now all of a sudden I'm supposed to like Legos as a 50-year-old man?
oh, that's great. I wasn't into Legos either. They never stuck together and shit. I liked Lincoln Logs. But the Lego shit, and then you go to a friend's house and they made like a spaceship out of it. I'm like, you're a fucking weirdo. What are you doing, sitting here all day making this shit? I didn't do any of that.
I never made the Lego. I made like the Legos that like, I made a little house, but I didn't like follow a map. Like you're saying,
Right.
like where the kid makes a whole city out of Legos. I made a hut with a car outside.
You winged it.
Yeah,
right?
I winged it.
You ever do that though? When you're a kid, you go to someone else's house like that. That's when I didn't even have Legos, so I go somewhere else, and in my head I'm kind of let's see what these things are all fucking about. And you play with some kid's room with some toy, and almost in your head you're like, oh God, thank God I didn't pull the trigger and ask for that from Santa. That shit sucks.
Well, I did that with a buddy of mine had Dungeons and Dragons. That whole thing. Oh man, you want to talk about nerd? He goes, you want to come over and play Dungeons and Dragons? I'm like, oh, maybe this is like, you get a sword and you fight in the basement or something. And then he whips out these books, and he's like, all right, we're gonna do books, guy.
What is that? I never did it. So what do you do with you read and like follow a story?
Yeah, like a map, and you pick up anything that involved reading. I'm like, I ain't doing this reading.
Yeah, I didn't read without a teacher in front of me until I was about 22 years old, man. They don't make. They made some good games back then, but you're trying, bro. You're trying to be a participant.
I'm trying, bro. I'm just trying to find my lane. I think we got a sidestep here, and I know we got people on video watching this going, when the hell are they gonna mention the merch you have on right now?
Billy Joel, baby.
Right.
Oh,
We'll take.
all I can say about. Yeah.
Take us through.
All right. So, well, I'm not going to, there's not a long version. I mean, basically, I will say this to anybody in America. If you get a chance, you got to see Billy Joel in Madison Square Garden. The guy is a national treasure. He's never sounded so good. It was one of the greatest nights of my life, bro. I thought, Sadie, I got my kid. How's this gonna play out, dude? I had 4 beers and I had my vape one hitter. I'm arm in arm at the end with my daughter singing piano, man. I'm like, are you my date? Jackie was singing along. She looked stunning. We had it was just great. And our seats, it's so funny, because my buddy who got the seats for me, my booking agent, Philip, he goes, someone else he knows who works with someone goes, you listen to the latest cast, they're talking about the seats, it's hilarious. So he listened and he was like, I didn't even know where they were sitting here, but we usually have good seats for you guys, So our seats, dude, I'm not even kidding, it was as if you walked through the whole arena empty, pretending you had a 9-year-old girl with you and tried to figure out where would be best. That's what it was. It was up just a little, right by the piano, and before the show starts, the piano to the side we're on, we're not even on the side, we're like on an angle. And Jackie goes, oh, his back's to us. I go, look at the floor, the piano spins. And once he sees us rocking on this side, he's going to keep it all way most of the time. Dude, he comes out, it's so crisp. And Sadie was, we both got T-shirts. You know, she put hers on. She got one with Christy Brinkley on the back. She tied a knot with it. She was so excited. I went in the men's room and changed into mine, and every song Sadie's rocking out. She knew all the words. All the adults kept looking over, and how does she know this is unbelievable? And here's the best, right? At the end, I have two things to tell you. First, at the end, Billy Joel usually does an encore and plays Piano Man, and you all arm in arm, and everyone sings, and then that's it. Not arm in arm with strangers. But in this case, he ended with Piano Man, and then when he went to do his encore, you look over and Sadie was tired. Now it was close to 11, and it was loud. Everyone's cheering like crazy, and he comes back out, and he starts up, but we didn't start the fire. And we're like, you want to hear this say? And she's like, it's okay, one, but she really wanted to hear Piano Man, and we just did. And we're like, you tired? You want to go? And she's like, yeah, if you don't. And we're like, boom, we just bolted up the steps. Then at the garden, you got to go down no matter where you sit, and all these stairs. And as we're going down them, it's no one there. We're coming out. Even security hands us more. They have leftover popcorn. They're like, take one for the girl. And we're going down. And you hear the song, and you're like, just go. And Sadie's going, wait up, guys, wait up, to me and Jackie. And then we run out. We get out of the garden, run right over to 8. The cab is coming. I go round out into the traffic. I wait. Boom, we're in it. We're gone. As soon as we get in the cab, Jackie looks over at Sadie and goes, you have no idea how crazy that would have been 5 minutes from now. Sadie, you have no idea. You have no idea how insane this is, what we just did. It was beautiful.
Oh, what a nice exit, man. It's always nice to get out before that 20,000 people rush out of there. Couple questions on this. Opening act.
Yeah. No opening act, but that's something I want to talk to you about with your opening act. By the way, first of all, the only song he did was at one point Billy goes, I was going to do this song, and he does no politics, no nothing. It's just pure fun. And he goes, but maybe I should do the other song. And everyone knows the other song is going to be something we'd want, like a hit. Well, I'll do the first song I was going to do. And he does this song, Modern Woman, which, it's all right. It's not that good of a song. And as he's doing it, it was unbelievable, bro. Because he's so good, and you don't want to miss so many songs, that when it is a song that you don't like, you would have thought the building was on fire. As soon as he starts in the Modern Woman, everybody's going to piss. Everybody. Oh, and as a performer, as well as I do, you ever start a bit that's got some length to it, and no one's into it, you're not, and in your head, you're like, I gotta fucking plow through this goddamn. And he plays the whole thing, and then when he finishes, he goes, yeah, should have did the other one. Won't be doing that one again anytime soon. And everyone's like, yeah. And then we're back on track, and it was awesome.
Oh, wow.
Now, I don't know. This is pertaining to your opener. No, Billy Joel never has an opener. He always starts on time. Lights go down. He comes out, hits the piano, and you just chills. Now, with you were mentioning opera and maybe doing that route. I know you were probably joking, but when you were saying having to start your shows, which, by the way, being in the garden and seeing all that and knowing that I do a show with a guy who sells that out, it's like, it's crazy to even think about that. My mind kind of goes, fuck. So, unbelievable. I don't know if you could ever put on a mask and walk around before your show starts, but it would blow your mind. Yeah, it would blow your mind to be all the way up there going, holy shit, these people, I can't thank them enough. Billy Joel has a guy in his band named Mike Del Judas. Really talented singer and musician from Long Island. Used to do his own Billy Joel band called Big Shot that he was the lead in, which kind of people told Billy about him. Anyway, became friends. Now, I know Mike a bit, met him a few times because he's really good friends with Kevin James. So he's been out on the set of our show. I think he was even on an episode. But anyway, he plays in Billy's band, but he also sings opera. I don't know where you're at right now with something being able to watch something. But if you Google Mike Del Judas, like Billy Joel opera, you can listen to any of them, but there's one from Wembley Stadium. He does, I can't pronounce it right, Dam Ne Soma or something like that. No Sindama or something. You would know it if you heard it. So whenever Billy Joel plays, he sings back up and he plays and all this. But then at one point, Billy Joel plays piano and this guy, Nasam Dorner, I think it's something like that. It's a 2-minute opera. You gotta watch it. Fucking chills. Standing ovation when he's done. It's just one light on him. You see the spit coming off his mouth when he's hitting them Italian notes. And that Italian, bro, like they could be saying, I went to the deli, but it just sounds so fucking beautiful. And then a standing ovation. And I turn to Jackie. I go, oh, Sebastian's got his opera guy. You listen to this 2-minute bit, a song, and at the end of it, I wish we could play it maybe on Patreon. Those are the kind of things we'll be able to do. But when at the end, when he's done, and the place gives a standing O, lights go out, you come out, boom! Oh, God.
Well,
yeah, man.
When Billy Joel comes out in the beginning of the show, is he come out in complete darkness, and then next thing you know, you find him at the piano, or like what's the entrance on this thing?
Right. The lights go dark. Not a lot of bells and whistles. Lights go dark. But right before that, one white floodlight hits the piano like 3 times in a row to let you know it's about to start. And the music stops, and he's all in black, but you can see him walking out there if you're close enough, you see him and he sits down, boom, light hits him and he goes right into Miami 20175, I seen the lights go out on Broadway, and that piano is just popping from all over. And then he just rips into that, some lights and stuff, but no bells and whistles, man, none of it, just rock and roll.
Wow.
And you know every song, dude. Like, she's always a woman to me. Oh, she takes care of herself. You know that one, right?
No.
You don't know it. That's like crazy that you don't know that one.
I got to get into this guy a little bit more.
Yeah.
I only know a few songs of him. I listened to him growing up, and then growing up, the whole thing with Billy Joel was like, my God, this guy was married to Christy Brinkley, and at the time I was like, how the hell is he that good of a piano player? How did he rope this woman in? Right? They didn't necessarily look like a couple. Am I off?
Billy Joel couldn't even hit on my mother in 1975. Let alone Christy Brinkley.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
What's with the Christy Brinkley t-shirt? What do you mean Christy Brinkley t-shirt? What?
Well, there's Sadie's favorite song, being 9 years old, by Billy, is Uptown Girl. And Christy Brinkley is in that video. It's a famous video.
Oh.
And she gets on the back of his motorcycle and stuff.
All right.
So it's a picture of Christy Brinkley with her legs crossed in the back of a motorcycle with Billy Joel.
Oh, gotcha.
Perfect for a 9-year-old,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, he was on vacation at there was a piano, and he was on some island with a couple of friends, and she was with, I want to say, Ella McPherson, but she was with another supermodel. She was on vacation. So Billy went and played some tunes in the piano bar to impress her, and she didn't even know who he was. Someone else had to be like, that's like one of the biggest rock stars in America right now. And he's a funny guy, and he's a rock star, so they were married for 10 years,
Is he
one daughter.
Is he a rock star, though?
Bro, I'll end this podcast, whatever you call it, right now. Are you kidding me? This guy is a legend of rock and roll. Well, you thinking...
I'm thinking rock...
Bam! Like AC/DC, like...
Yeah, I'm thinking rock and roll is like, Rolling Stones. And this guy plays the piano. Like,
right.
This guy's like Elton John.
Yeah, that's why you're making a very good point. It's more rock and roll. You got to add the roll, like Elton John and Billy Joel. They're rock and roll. That's like soft rock and roll. You know what I mean? It's not totally fucking Gordon Lightfoot, but it ain't the Stones.
Yeah.
You're right.
All
As
right.
far as the type of music.
Gotcha.
But I love it. It's piano, a lot of piano ballads, just beautiful, man. And then there's some tunes that, rock out and go fast. I mean, so what would, like Michael Jackson, you might be able to call him pop rock.
It's pop.
Right? He's like pop rock.
It's pop.
What?
Not pop rock.
Pure pop?
Pop. There ain't no pop rock. It's pop. Pop music.
Do you think some of Billy Joel's songs are a little poppy?
I'll go even a step
Uptown
further.
Girl. Sucks.
I'll go a step further. But Michael Jackson, in my opinion, created his own genre of music. It's not even pop.
I'll give you that. I agree.
It's a league of its own, bro.
It really is. Did you know, like, I don't know how well you know the inside stuff about Michael, like, as far as music, but, like, when he did Beat It? I read this in the David Lee Roth bio. There's this great, guitar in Beat It, the song, and especially a solo, and it's Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
And did you ever hear a story about how David Lee Roth found out that's when he knew the band was over?
No.
Was that he was in a seven.
No.
What?
No.
He was in a 7-Eleven parking lot, and Beat It came on, and he was like loving the song and stuff, and then he heard the guitar, and he was like, fucking somebody's stealing Eddie's fucking sound. So he called Eddie right away and said, dude, somebody's playing your guitar and Beat It, like totally what you, and he's like, yeah, that's me. He goes, what do you mean it's you? He goes, yeah, no, I went in and I did some stuff with Mike. And David Lee Roth was like, that's when I knew. All right, he's getting bored with Van Halen.
Wait a minute.
Or at least with me.
Yeah, well, Van Halen was still Van Halen after David Lee Roth left. They brought in Hagar.
Yeah, but they were. But that's when he kind of knew that, he was kind of done playing guitar with me, seemingly. He's already, going over to do Michael. And, yeah.
Why have we not even spoke about reading the David Lee Roth biography? Where did that come from?
Oh, man. Crazy from the Heat, bro. One of the best bios I ever read in my life. Oh, my God. I read it a while. I think I told you the story on the cast about him going to the Amazon River and that whole story. I told you that. You wouldn't remember that.
I don't think so.
Need to tell it again.
I don't think you told me though. Amazon River.
Yeah, David Lee Roth was like this wild guy when the band wasn't out there. He liked to, like when they would go on the road, the way he would see a city is after a show, they had bicycles, and he'd get on the bicycle and ride around the city till like 5 a.m. with the roadie. Like, he's just so adventurous. So anyway, when they were done off the road, he liked to go on these epic trips, camping and hiking. So he went to the Amazon River, and it's just him and a guy who works with him, and they had a guide. So it was just the three of them. And he goes, we had no luxuries. We were going to be away from hiking in the Amazon rainforest, not see another soul for over a month. All I brought, the only luxury, was my boom box with a ton of batteries, right? He goes, because I had to have my music. So we're hiking and and now they're at a point where they're on the river. They haven't seen anyone in 3 weeks, and they're in their little campsite. And then all of a sudden they start seeing these canoes go by with natives. One, then another one with a bunch of tribesmen, all from different tribes. So finally they kind of wave one over and ask the guy, goes, where you going? And they're like, big ceremony up the river at the so-and-so tribe. So David Lee Roth goes, so we get in a canoe and we paddle up the river. I bring the radio. And he goes, and we get up there and they let us into their world and they party and they smoke stuff. And he goes, and I've had the radio and they love that. And he goes, we party till about 5, 6 in the morning. Sun's coming up. I'm with all these tribesmen. It was just an incredible experience. Then we get back in our fucking canoe and he goes, we're pretty fucked up. So when we get in it, we forgot the paddles. And as we start rowing away, we're going in the wrong direction, but we can't paddle because there's piranha. So we just got to sit there. We can't put our hands in it. We got to wait till eventually we reach the edge. Then we can climb out. About a mile later, the canoe finally made its way to the edge enough where they could get out. And then they had to take the canoe and walk a mile through the woods with the canoe back to their fucking campsite. Didn't get back till 8 in the morning. Bug bites everywhere, dehydrated. And the last line of the chapter goes, but to this day, Still the best goddamn party I ever been to. That's why you read them rock bios, bro. They got crazy stories. Crazy stories.
Man. Did you have anything that even remotely compares to that being on the road? I mean, I think I went out to dinner and had a steak one night and came home and watched Netflix. Nowhere near a canoe ride and the Amazon.
I can't even imagine, right?
Man.
Oh, even if someone says you got to call.
Yeah. It is.
Wow.
Yeah, go ahead.
Even if someone like invites me to a restaurant or something, I go, how far is that from my hotel? You know? And they go, well, we're gonna drive you. I go, still, I'm not comfortable being out a 2-mile radius away from the hotel. You know what I mean? This guy, fucking rainforest. So.
Oh God.
So yeah, great show. When are you playing there again? Is it all? Do you have it lined up yet?
No. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. No, I'm not doing anything there anytime soon. I'm just got the summer off. You know, trying to figure out what to do this summer. Trying to navigate that whole thing. I had a couple guys over for the. I'm into the finals this year, NBA Finals. Watching the Celtics and Warriors. Yeah, I had a couple guys over. Watched the game. I'm going to do it again tomorrow night. Had Caruso's birthday party over the weekend. Dinosaur theme. Really pared down. I told Lana, I gave her a budget. I said, stick to this budget. We're not doing any snow hills, nothing like that. Had a nice time. I got to tell you, though, I mean, these parties I throw, bro, Jesus Christ. I think this was the best one yet. We brought in a couple.
Really?
Yeah, you know, and it wasn't everything extravagant. It was a couple bouncy houses, some corn dogs, some alcohol, and this was the hit of the party, and it was well worth the money, and it wasn't that expensive. A little reptile petting zoo.
Oh, nice touch, right? We don't need to shave the back of a camel and make it look like a dinosaur and do rides around the backyard, right? Let's just little thing you pet. Oh, that's beautiful.
So
What they have in there? They have a snake bite?
hedgehog. No, we told them to keep the snake at home. That's all I need is a snake wrapped around a kid's neck in the middle of the yard, choking him out.
See, though, poor snake. I mean, how many times did it happen back at the headquarters? They're like, not you, Bill. Sorry. He's like, I don't mean anyone any harm. I know you don't. I know. You're very scary. You're very scary, Bill. You don't even know how to smile. If you had fur, you'd be coming everywhere, guys. Everywhere. You guys specifically said leave the snake. I love it.
Yeah, I don't need any. I don't care. Snakes to me around kids, forget it. So,
even the lizard probably went to step back, and they were like, "No, you can come." Really? Not him. All right, fuck it. I'm not into iguanas either, guy.
they had lizard.
I don't like reptiles.
Well, I'm not a huge fan of the reptile either, but it's funny. It's like you look at a lizard or an iguana. I mean, you cut the legs off this thing, it's a snake, right?
Oh man, I know. Right? Listen, all reptiles are fascinating. But you're right. I mean, on some level, I feel like a snake, fucked another snake, and they had a weird snake, and then that's weird snake, and that's how all this shit came about. This scaly shit that's cold to the touch. All of it fascinating, but all of it kind of scares me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like you put feet on. You put feet on a snake. He's invited to the part.
Oh, shit. Did they even try to hit you with well, no, it's just a gardener.
Oh, yeah. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
All right, if it could wrap around my arm, keep it at home.
Oh my!
Hedgehog, had a little hedgehog, and I gotta tell you, the kids loved it. They were petting it. Oh man, talk about a time consumer. Right. Reptiles at a party, huge hit. And I went with what if I pay cash? Got the cash discount on the reptile, right?
Nice.
This used to be a thing in the 80s and 90s, right? You hire anybody, they give you a price, and you go, I'm going to pay cash. And all of a sudden the price goes down, right?
Right. Because as far as the government's concerned, they were never there with reptiles.
Yeah. And you could do this with small businesses like a reptile. You could give them.
Just did it with my lawnmower repair. It was 50 for the credit card, 35 with cash.
That's all. Right?
That's it. Cash. That's why the government wants to get rid of cash. They can't track that shit that well. Actually, I don't know. Do I edit that out right now? There's a guy in...
Oh, God. So.
You know what I'm saying.
No,
you know
I
what
hear
I'm saying. That's why credit card machines, too, they take 3%. That's the big reason.
No, of course. As a business owner, it's a big expense to have a credit card system. So
was there a discount when you didn't want the snake, or were they like still same price whether you go?
Nah, they just. I think.
By the way, we'll leave it in the truck in case you change your mind.
Yeah.
A lot of people do.
I think they just added another lizard to the damn thing.
Beautiful. Let's go double lizard. You got fucking ordering a pizza. No. We don't want Sicilian, but we'll go two pep.
And then I didn't know this was coming. Lana, in addition to the corn dogs, ordered a fruit cart, right? You know, you see those guys like with that, like it's almost like a metal box, and then they have like a window, and they have the fruit stacked up. It's like pineapple, watermelon. You know, you normally see them maybe on a freeway off ramp or at like a carnival. Mm-hmm. We got this.
Walked past them many times without stopping.
Me too. I'm like, that's it. I don't know where that fruit's coming from, right?
Yeah. If there's one of those fucking things, there's got to be an ice cream truck somewhere around here. Oh, God bless Lana, though. Keeping it Cali, baby.
I got to tell you, bro. What a hit.
Right? The kids out there, that's all they know is health. I'm serious. The food is so healthy in California. That's like ice cream.
Oh, my God. They're coming away with cups of pineapple, watermelon. I'm like, my God, this has got to be a staple now at the house. We got to get like a fruit cart over here.
Oh man, nice.
It was such a hit. I almost thought of hiring them for the week to just hang out in the driveway, and in the morning on my way out, just grab one. Guy just cutting a fresh pineapple in the morning as you roll out the driveway.
Man, let's just tack that onto the butler to-do list, guy, and let's bite the bullet. It's happening. It's happening. You know, did Lana reach the budget, or did she come in under budget? Because, you know.
Yeah, she stuck to the budget. It was
stuck to it?
Yeah.
All right. I like the scaled down version where everything is controllable, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a little cage with reptiles that can handle that fruit thing, you know?
Yeah, so it was not a lot.
What, by the way, what is a corn dog? Like it's like a dough and then it's deep fried real quick?
Yeah, it's
a hot dog.
Yeah, it's a hot dog, and then it's like a
bat.
I don't know what the batter is. I don't know if it's cornmeal or whatnot. And then they fry it, and it's. I mean, the corn dogs were a hit with the French fries. Then we had a little balloon person doing balloon art, right? And I just don't know how you get into that, like.
I'm starting to wonder what the budget was, guys. I'm not that impressed. I think back.
No. A lot of this stuff, it may sound like a lot, but the cost was very. I mean, compared to what we've done in the past, this party was nowhere near that. It was a fifth of what we've paid for in the past. How do you get into balloon art?
Right.
I mean,
that is.
Do you blow up a balloon one day and go, let me see here? I mean, like what is the how do you get into that?
Well, I sometimes I think when I see them doing it, it's more like, how can I make fucking money? I can make, like, I don't know. Are they, at least by the time I ever get my daughter there, when they're making them and there's a line, by the time she's getting hers, it's like, they're not like overly excited to be doing it anymore. It's not like, here you go, little. It's more like, what do you want? Flower or fucking sword?
Yeah. I mean, like, you've seen everything by the time you get up there, right? It's not like you get up there and they make a, a bow and arrow, and then the next one is a sunflower. It's like, it's on repeat. But kids love that. Good time.
Yeah, I know, but I'm with you. I don't know how they feel about it, bro. That's a really good question because I'm having a problem with that in general a lot lately. I'm having a problem enjoying myself. Like, we did a bus tour where you double-decker bus tour in the city. I'm having a problem enjoying myself when I can't stop thinking that the person who I'm paying to do whatever they're doing doesn't want to be doing it. It's ruining my good time. And like the balloon thing, even if the person's smiling, in my head, I'm like, oh, God, this guy doesn't want to be doing this shit. I feel terrible. Even though you're paying and stuff, right?
Why?
It's a weird thing.
Did you feel the guy on the double-decker tour bus was disinterested and not motivated to giving a well-rounded tour?
Well, they just give headphones. He was a driver, but there's this incredibly long line. And at one point we're waiting and I say something and this guy comes over, was like, I think he was like from Senegal, because I worked with a guy at the hotel from Senegal. And he was very polite and he's like, you got to stay here and da-da-da. And in my head, I'm like, this guy is probably a jeweler in Senegal with a nice life. Now he's fucking in Times Square telling this fucking asshole to step in line, I mean, the vent is blowing shit up on him, and you're like, and I know we all need to work, but I feel terrible. Jackie's like, he's getting paid. I go, I know, but fucking...
Oh, God.
Then when I see someone like, with a good job, in my eyes, something that you would enjoy doing, like, we were driving in the cab and we passed these guys. They had the tent set up and they were working on the street. But I go to Jackie, they got a nice setup with the tent, and you see how they got the igloo water there, man. They're fucking tightened up nice. It's just like, I do, man. So. But the balloon guy, you gotta love that. You gotta love that because you ain't making a lot of money doing that.
No. It was good. Good party. And the way I rate the party in my own head is what I call party retention, right?
Really, what is that?
And that means if the party starts at 11, you look around at 1:30, 2 o'clock, and you still got the party there. It's almost like if you equate it to like a Billy Joel concert, nobody's leaving because there's a bad song. You know what I'm saying? They're staying. Yeah. But here's the deal, and I want to get your take on this. Is the birthday cake signify the end of the party? Once they bring out the birthday cake, sing happy birthday, and you get a piece of cake, do you in your head go, it's over?
That's interesting. It's definitely coming to the end, but at least the ones I've been to around here, we open up the gifts, like if it's a kid's party, from the other kids to the person whose birthday it is. That's how they do it. And you open them up, and then it's after you open up the gifts and the kids go back to play, you're like, there's nothing back there. Driveway's that way.
They don't open up the gifts out here.
Really?
You drop off the gift at the table, and that's it. Kid opens the gifts when the people aren't even home, which I kind of agree with, because you ever go to a gift thing? Hey, this one's from da-da-da, and then they got a comment going,
yeah.
We know you love dinosaurs because of
Yeah. No, I hear you, but and you have adults giving gifts too, right? Because you have adults at the party.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have adults bringing their kids.
But because at least what happens with these kids is they picked what they got for the person with their mom in the store, so they want to see the kid's reaction to what they got them. But it definitely adds to the party, but the other thing it does is definitely puts the end on the party.
Yeah. It buttons it up.
But again, so like, how long was the party supposed to go to per se?
Well,
like just till whenever?
I had 11 to 2 on the invitation, right? But to me, it's like 2 ain't a hard out. 2 o'clock to me on an invitation is come before 2 because that's when the food is going to be served. You know, if you said 11 and didn't put an end time, then people go, oh, okay, I'll show up at 3. And then they might go, where's the food? Then I'm like, it was here at 11. You know, like we're not going to have hot dogs for 8 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would, I told people, stay into the night. I don't care. We're here. But people, oh, we got to go home. And one guy came up, class move, man. Class move. Guy came up to me and goes, I got to thank you for inviting us. I said, no problem. He goes, I struggle with things to do, on the weekends with my kids, we're talking about arts and crafts and this. And he's like, it's like there's only so many times you can go to the beach or go to the park. It's nice to come to a birthday party and, I got reptiles. I got this. And I go, bro, stay as long as you want. Because the beauty of this is the adults get to have a beverage while the kids play. It's like having a day off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Totally. I mean, we belong to this like club where you pay a fee every month because they have a pool. Because we're not going to get a pool because Sadie will be in the backyard playing Marco Polo with her invisible friend, man. You go to a place like that, I mean, there's nothing better than seeing your kid occupied.
Yes.
Without you.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, this is what's changed over the years. And I think we touched on this a little bit before, that I didn't have my dad or mom to like play with. I was in the living room alone.
Yeah.
Playing.
Yeah. Or maybe messing with your older sister a little bit, right?
Yeah, younger sister. Yeah, just.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, what am I saying? But yeah, my sister was older. But exactly. And when your dad played with you, was it like a big deal?
Oh my God!
To you?
My dad came home. We used to play football in the living room. He used to get on his knees and tackle me. Yeah.
Hilarious.
So, when he played with me, it was like, oh, this never happens. Now, it's like I'm there every day with the Legos, arts and crafts, the Matchbox cars. When I play with him, he's probably looking at me going, "Don't you got anything to do?"
Right? Then you gotta also worry about the fact that you love the film Rocky, but if you watch it too many times, you're not gonna love it anymore. You're losing your like pizzazz. Like it's Dad's here. Now it's like Dad's fucking here.
Yeah, you almost want like a Santa Claus type reaction when Dad comes in to play. Like, oh my God, this is like it's like a unicorn. We don't see this ever.
Remember when you were a kid in the summertime, like your dad would be barbecuing, and you ever have them like the meat's cooking, and he put the tongs down to like come over and kick a ball for 5 minutes till the chicken's done. That was like unbelievable. Oh my God, the chicken's not done. Dad's playing. That was it. Then once the chicken's done, he kicks the ball. Come on, Dad. I gotta finish the chicken. Then my mother said it was burnt. They fought. We ate it. The fucking night was over. Oh shit!
Oh, but if it was,
you're dumping fucking sprinkles into this batter after the cast. Fucking.
I gotta set some parameters here, Brandon. This is ridiculous. How accessible I am.
Even with the parties, bro. You're like Willy Wonka, open 24 hours. After a while, they're just walking right past G. Wilder. Like, where's the fucking chocolate? Yeah. You're having too many parties. You almost got to shut it down and have them walk past the house going, what are they planning? It's been 4 weeks. Are you getting away? You and the family going on some kind of epic vacation while you're on vacation?
No.
Or just staying home?
No.
What about the pools? That being done?
We're not going to have a pool this summer. We're doing it. So
have they started?
they started. It's this is a whole nightmare too. When you redo anything in the house, whether it be your bathroom, your kitchen, your pool, you got the tile. They drop off the tile. Like they put all the tile down, right? It's stone, for the pool. And this is this color. This one's light gray. It's dark gray. This one's got a little shine. This one. So I go, I like this one, to Lana. And she goes, yeah, I like that one. And the guy's like, all right, just like live with it for a little bit. And I go, what do you mean live with it? I go, that.
I plan on living with it after you fucking put it down.
He goes, no, like spend the weekend with it. I go, what do I spend the weekend with it? What, have a cup of coffee with it? He goes,
that's what he means, though, right? Have an espresso, put your foot on it, see how your foot looks next door, right?
Yeah, he's like, look at it at different times of the day, how the sun hits it, and when it gets really hot, put your foot on it, see if it, it's really hot, and then. And Lana's like, yeah, let's live with it a little bit. I'm like, pick it, put it in, let's start swimming.
Oh, you gotta, the punch is there as he's going, put your foot on it for a couple of days. Is anybody busy? Is anybody busy but me? This fucking guy thinks I got time to rub my foot on this shit for 4 days. And then you go right there, put it in, and let's start swimming, baby.
Oh, God.
And that's just the tile, bro. When you get into the coping, I don't want you to rub your hand on it for a month.
Oh, my God. So that's what we're dealing with over here, man.
It's great to have Dad home, though. I'm sure the kids are psyched.
Dad is home. That's all I got, man. You got any loose ends over there?
I just want to ask you one question.
Yeah.
Because I went to soccer last week with Jackie. When you're there with Lana, does Lana ever yell stuff out to the kids, like to what to do, like, oh, get the ball, like anything like that, or she just watch?
They're 3, bro. So they're not like get it. They're running.
Okay.
There's no like get the ball. It's like, oh, Caruso made a goal. Oh, and then we go back to talking. It's like every once in a while you glance up to just see if your kid's still there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. So, Sadie is being 9 now. She's at the age where she comes off. She's frustrated with her teammates, and I go, "You didn't score. You're not doing anything. Well, you have no right to say anything, right?" So we're trying to teach her and stuff. Now, at one point, I listen, diving, swimming, stuff like that. Jackie, I get it. So at one point, we tell her, you got to keep going. You just stick your foot in. You got to plow through and go. So at one point, she's out there, and Jackie yells, Sadie, say, when you kick it, they're going to kick it right back. So get ready to kick it again. I couldn't bite my tongue. I go, all right, Jack. And she goes, what? How come you could say stuff, but I can't? I go, because what are you saying? They're going to kick it back, so kick it again? It's fucking soccer. She knows what, I mean, if you don't, so my question is, you think would you do that with Lana? Like, say, if you're going to yell soccer stuff, it's got to be on point. You can't just like if you're giving wrong direction, I'm going to correct you.
What I would say is like, listen, do I talk during arts and crafts?
There's the perfect summation of this, man.
Right? I mean,
no shit. Do I lean over and go, you should go with the fluff cut, the rough cut, right?
Stay in your lane.
I love hanging with you. I love hanging with you, man.
Good times.
So
Fun. We got to thank everybody at the Pete and Sebastian Show. Again, we are on Patreon. And by the way, I posted the Savant video up there. People wanted to see the hanging hand. I actually asked permission from the parents if it's okay to put their kid up there, because the kid's 11 years old. I didn't want to like assume they want him out there. They not only said yes, but the teacher goes, I got a better video. So they gave me like professionally done video up on Patreon. $5 a month, Pete and Sebastian. Extra show a month, behind the scenes footage.
There you go. See the next young Liberace at 11, right?
You saw him here on the Pete and Sebastian show first.
Great hanging, brother.
Man, take care.
Thanks again for hanging, guys. Quick reminder, July 7th, 8th, and 9th, I'm coming back to Phoenix, baby. Stand Up Live. July 7th, 8th, and 9th. I will be there. I hope you can make it out. Gonna have some fun.